Yes. What's going on, everybody? Here we are. Here we are. Let me put a little bit of ambience music. Let me put some chill music.
See me without nails. Oh my god! I just realized it's alright. Real like on my natural shit.
All right. Here we are. Here we are. Estamos en vivo aquí. Estoy con mi prima.
Jesus Maria. I'm sorry.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here with my cousin, Akina, aka Kiki.
Hey.
Uh, Kiki, not so nasty anymore.
Definitely not. I've God 2 years. I'm not
Oh,
gonna guys, but I'm down with God.
hey. And tonight, esta noche, we're gonna have a little conversation. Like this is one of those topics that like probably is reoccurring topics, but like sometimes the new year starts, we gotta touch some topics to see if anything have changed. A veces tenemos que hablar de la tema otra vez, a ver si algunas cosas han cambiado para el nuevo año. So right now tonight I got one of my co-hosts, that been in my show before.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started again. So Kiki, let's just start it with. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Do you happen to see the Cat Williams interview?
I did. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It took me a couple days to digest it. I had to digest it in pieces. I don't know if it's because like I'm getting older, so like I had to like watch it in pieces, but I very much enjoyed it, and I very much enjoyed his honesty because I'm all about honesty and being direct.
I love that because I literally took about 2 days too to watch to finish it.
Yeah, it was good though. It was really good.
Like, do you believe he was capping or he was speaking like facts? Like,
No, I don't think. Why would he have to lie? Why wait all these years to have an interview like this and lie? I mean, listen, there's no absolute truth. Maybe there's a. I do think a few things he was over exaggerating, like the 3,000 books a week, like because as we talked about it, we all know I'm very much knowledgeable, and ain't no bitch ever read 3,000 books in a week
you're right though.
in school. So please, like no. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't believe that.
You're like I was like those numbers are a little bit up there. I was like, can it be humanly possible to do it?
Do the math. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I am a person like right now on my table. I have a book here, and I have a book here, and I have a book in my room. So sometimes I simultaneously read different books. It depends on how I feel that day.
Okay, because I was thinking like maybe like how can I explain it? Like maybe he could read you could read that many books, but can you actually finish them? Like not you in general. Like I was thinking like I mean I could touch a book and read like 10 pages and then move to another book and read another 10 pages. Like that is feasible. But
That's me. That's what I do.
oh, okay.
Like I'll read a couple pages from a book, and then I'll move on to it. Like not that I'll move on, but I'm like, all right, right now I want to read this book because it's how I feel in this moment.
I love that. And do you read the back of it?
Like do I read from back to front?
No, like the back of the book, the description.
Not really, because usually I'm drawn to books and what they say. Like I just got a book the other day that it's called Emotional Intelligence. So I was at my girlfriend's house, and I was like, I saw the book on her nightstand, and I was like, what's that? You know. And I'm very much into the psyche of like humans and their sociology. Like the older I get, I like sociology of people. I like their psychology because, what we come from is who we are today. So,
Facts.
and your emotional intelligence is very heavily based on how you were raised and how you move in the world. So, for books, it's really how it looks to me, like what catches my eye. And I like a lot of things about like I like a lot of self help books.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not much of a reader nowadays. I read like a booklet with instructions and shit, but like, uh,
That's what I don't
I,
do.
I don't really read as much as I should because I believe that like reading is definitely fundamental. It helps you in many ways. Like, not only does it enhance your vocabulary, it also enhances your knowledge. But
Yeah,
it's just, I'm more of a person. I'm a, how can I explain it? Like, I'm a get to the point type of guy. It's hard for me to
yeah, I get it.
like I don't know. It's weird, but like when I was a kid, I used to read a lot of Goosebumps book. Um,
Yeah.
What
But I
else?
jump around. Because I also have like an attention thing, so I have to jump around. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting bored.
Facts. I mean, honestly, like like that attention span now. Okay, obviously society has changed as a whole. Like the attention span now, like most people, that's what they got the shorts on YouTube or the shorts on Instagram, like the 1 minute videos. Because most people, it's hard for them to stick around for any video that surpasses more than 5 minutes nowadays, even less.
Yeah, it does for me definitely. Like I'm like get to the meat and the potatoes. Don't draw it out. It's really annoying.
We should definitely do that today. Like we should definitely jump to the meat and potato. I love it. I love it. Everybody, shout out to everybody that's here with us on live. Thank you, for the few people that's watching us right now. We're gonna talk about a few topics. Vamos a hablar de unas cuantas temas aquí con mi prima. It's gonna get really interesting because we're gonna talk about some things that most people like honestly are scared to talk about publicly because being afraid of being canceled or being trolled, whatever the case is. So we're gonna do that tonight. So prima, I wanted to ask you, right?
Mhm.
Like I mentioned earlier to you,
Mhm.
there was a comment about why are men intimidated by strong, independent women? All right. So you, as a strong, independent woman,
I hate that word.
which one?
Strong.
so what?
I hate that word. I don't know why.
So what would you use to describe a woman that's fierce and
I
a
like
go?
that word.
Okay. All right. So, like, what do you think about that? Do you believe that all men, because
No.
the statement say why do men? So it's like almost like a generalized statement.
I do. You'll never catch me saying all men ain't shit. You'll never catch me saying all men are bitch asses. You'll never catch me saying all men are sassy. Because like I was watching a TikTok the other day and this girl was like, "There's a sassy men pandemic going on, like epidemic," and I thought that was because she's not wrong. She's not wrong. But at the same time, not all men are like that. I do believe there's men who are just like me, who are in their castle to waiting for their person to show up. You know what I'm saying? There are men with standards. I think people it's just that how do I say this? The men who have less standards are the ones who are like P. Diddy, all in the videos, stage, all dancing around. Those are the ones that want to be seen. And sometimes, unfortunately, you got to get through a couple frogs to get to your prince. That's just what it is. You
I
know.
I agree. I,
Sometimes you have to put a baby. You know. My baby's a princess. She's great. But sometimes, God has different ways of showing you, like, who's for you. But I don't believe all men are. I don't believe all men lack independence or are manly men. You know what I'm saying? I do not believe that. Not at
because I noticed that like that I think you used one word right now when you were describing your when you were saying your statement.
hmm
Uh, do you use the word zesty? The
sassy.
Oh, sassy. Well, the other word that I've been seeing around now is the word zesty, some shit like that.
Yeah. I also think women are a little too hard on men sometimes when it comes to them being like a little bit feminine. Every man and every woman has feminine and masculine energy. Every man, every woman has masculine and feminine energy. And I think that we tend as women, I'm gonna speak for women. I'll speak for some women. I can't speak for everybody. I don't really care if I get canceled because I'm gonna say what I gotta say. But I
Ha!
feel that a lot of women, especially black women, are hard on men when it comes to them being emotional.
I agree.
I don't want no hard ass man. I actually rather the skater boy or like the nerd or like the the what's the word? Alternative man. That's what I like. I like an alternative man. So he might have like a little nose ring. He might like have a little earring. He might have like a black nail. You know, he might skateboard a little bit. I like that.
Okay, so you more into the what's the word I'm looking for? Not metrosexual. Is it metrosexual?
I like metrosexual men. Yes, I do.
Okay, all right. That I honestly like. I feel like what you said is totally correct. Like a man being emotionally available and emotionally vulnerable. Uh, to some women they don't know how to take it. So when you are too out there with your emotions, some women just literally label you as like you soft, or you're not really like a manly man. You know, you bitch too much and everything. So to you, Kiki, what's the balance? What's the limit to you where you will be like, okay, you're doing too much. You're being too much of a bitch. Like, what would you consider to label that?
Well, I've been there before. And I just think that this is how I see it. I feel like when a man is playing victim too much, that's when it's like, all right, you grab your balls and you got to be a man. Because if I'm doing it, you could do it. You know. So I think when men are looking for sympathy too much, well, I think when men are looking for sympathy, I think when men are victimize themselves, um, when they need validation, there's
Okay,
a difference between affirming somebody and then needing validation.
okay,
Affirming like a which is like a what's the word? Not acts of love, but your love language.
yes,
Your love language might be affirmation. Okay, fine. But then I think there's a difference between affirming somebody and then giving them validation. You shouldn't need anybody to validate who you are.
okay. I totally agree with that.
Now, affirming, yes, when you're with your partner or you're dating somebody, you do want them to affirm you. If that's your love language, you want them to affirm you. But I have a best friend of mine who said people can say anything, and one thing's for sure, and two things for certain, she is right. Because I've had people, in my own experience, I've had people like, "Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you," and then when it was really time to show up, it wasn't no love. So
Okay,
it's more about action. But for me, for a man to circle back to it, um, I think is when he wants too much sympathy, and when he's like victimizing himself too much. That's when it's like, all right, you're crying, or like when he's like the psychology behind it is like when he has too many feminine ways of handling situations. Men are go getters. Men hunt. Men are made to like go after what they want. So when you're like woe is me and you're self-loathing and you're victimizing yourself and you want all the sympathy, to me that's bitch. That's bitchness.
okay,
Because you could cry about it, but what you finna do?
oof. Okay, okay,
You
all
know?
right.
Yeah.
I like that. I like, shit, that was a great answer. That was a hell of an answer. But like, okay, so like, what I constantly see is that like, this is what I be seeing lately, a pattern, right? When a man expects a woman to have her side together, to have her shit together, and a man is um verbal about it, he's also labeled as a sissy man or as a bitch man because for instance, let me explain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it kind of correlates with the 50-50 topic. Let me explain.
Yeah.
Many women don't like that term or that idea of the 50-50 thing, but
Yeah.
that's because they only looking at the surface level. To
Yeah.
me personally, it's deeper than that. It's not just about
It,
sharing bills or this and that. No, it's about assuring that your partner has your back, regardless of gender. To
mhm.
me, I'll pay the bills. But if I get sick or something happens, I lose a leg and I can no longer work and provide the same amount of monetary, security that I've been providing all this time, will you be able to step up to the plate and do the same thing that I've been doing?
Yep, I hear you 100%. But there's something that you said in that. You said partner. So here's the thing. It's funny, I was watching a TikTok video on this and she broke it down so nice. When you hear 50-50, automatically you're like, oh my God, 50-50 on the bills. And I get it. Because as somebody who has her own empire that she's upholding herself, with a child in it, um, I don't necessarily want to hear 50-50. But what I would like to hear is a partnership. Now, in my past relationship, I used to say that all the time because I know what I bring to the table. So I used to say to this person, if I get sick and I can't work, or even the worst part, I die, are you able to uphold a family the way I can without you? And that used to be a fight. Eventually the person found somebody else that was on their level. I'm gonna do it like that. And was I was told I was asking, in layman terms, I was asking for too much, and they just didn't want to do that. But I think what I asked for is what anybody should have, because I wouldn't want you to have. I want you to mirror what I bring to the table. So it's more of a partnership, and I think people lose sight in that. That it's a partnership, not just financial, but also emotional, physical, mental. If I'm going if I'm doing the work and I'm trying to heal and I'm doing, mind you, everybody heals at different rates, but if I'm pouring into myself to be a better human being, I would like you to work on being a better human being. Everybody's partnership looks different.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. That's true. Um, I I I I would say like me personally, like okay, I didn't date around too much. Like I would say I was below average in that sense, where like I really wasn't out there in the dating pool for too long, so I didn't get to experience dealing with like multiple women. Like
Yeah.
like I never really did that part of life because I always knew what kind of person I was and what I wanted, so I didn't feel like I needed to be out there too long, you know.
Definitely.
And one thing I learned is that like me personally, I'm not intimidated by no alpha female. Oh, I even kind of hate that term to be honest, but it is a thing I guess in society. Uh,
Consider me alpha female. I mean, I hate it because it's not. I'm just self sufficient. That's how I say it. I see it as I'm self sufficient.
exactly. Like my mom is an alpha female.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my grandmother was.
Yeah.
All my aunts are. So it's like I grew up. I was raised by women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I will say they did an excellent job. So like it for me to sit here and be like women cannot raise a man, that's bullshit because my mom did a great job. Of course I had male influence like my grandfather was like my father, and I had some of my uncles involved in my life, but like in a day-to-day living it was mainly my mom. And I also had my stepfather Carlos, who did a hell of a job too.
Oh yeah, Carlos.
And those type of things is like what made me respect a woman with an alpha female mentality. But this is where I draw the limit. I feel like when you try to like what's the word, not intimidate, when you try to like there's a word for it,
Like talk,
belittle.
like belittle.
Yeah,
I've I've been there before. I've definitely belittled men a lot. Um, but I also learned that I was belittling them because I didn't know how to be vulnerable. So I was valid in what I was feeling, but I wasn't portraying it or explaining it correctly what I needed for my needs to be met. So in turn, when you are less educated about something, you kind of go to the negative aspect. So instead of really saying, "Hey, I don't feel like you're meeting my needs and it's making me feel this way," I was more like belittling them, like you punk ass nigga, you punk ass bitch, like you a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that weighs on a man's ego. And I no offense, but men have very fragile egos,
Mhm.
and I think that that's where it that's where the lines get a little blurred because the woman is. I also want men to understand if a woman is not submissive is because you're not giving her security. I need that to be something that's like mainstream again. If a woman is not being submissive, black, white, Puerto Rican, purple, yellow, if they are not being submissive to you, it's because you're not making them feel secure and safe.
I agree.
A woman will only submit when she feels secure and safe. Women who are like, okay, Taekwon could be working at McDonald's. Which no shade to anybody. You can't be with me and work at McDonald's. But if she's dating Taekwon and he work at McDonald's and she's working, I don't know, on Wall Street, and she wants to deal with that all on the sake of having a man, that's on her. She's really not dating at her value. That's my opinion.
I love that. God damn. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
That's my opinion. I mean, do what you want. I think everybody does things because, especially, we settle. Some people settle because it's just all the sake of having a person, a partner, and not working on yourself. So it's just like I just want to be with somebody because they don't really want to. The minute you really sit with yourself, there's going to be some shit you don't like
True.
that you have to work on. I've been in a relationship ever since I was like 16. I've been with somebody. This is the first time at 33, going into 34, that I'm like, I'm free. Like I'm not dating nobody. I'm not messing with nobody. like I'm celibate, you know what I'm saying? So it's a definitely an eye opener, and like I have peace. Like I have peace. I'm not wondering where anybody's sleeping at. I'm not wondering if they like me. I don't give a fuck. You know, like bitch, I like me. You know, like um. So yeah, I think I think a lot of people need therapy.
Oh yeah, that's one discussion that many people are like don't, especially men. Let's be honest. Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to my cousin DJ John Stone. Que pedo piedra joven. Shout out to the cousin that he's watching, he's commenting. Much love, thank you. Giselle Guiti Fernandez, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros esta noche aquí. Muchas gracias. Thank you for being with us tonight, Giselle. Shout out to you, one of the main supporters of my show. Share the video, people. Everybody compartan the video, share the video. We're talking real facts. We're talking about grown men, grown women shit in this show like we always do. This is your boy DJ Sensation alongside my girl Kiki, mi prima. So we're gonna continue with the combo. Yes, going back to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men are afraid to admit that they probably don't have it all up there mentally and emotionally, and they refuse to go look for help, you know, because it's like it makes them look like they're weak, like they can't handle the pressures of life. And as a man, you know, the head of the house type thing, you don't want your woman or your kids to look at you like, damn, my dad is always like, you know, going to the doctor. He's always, you know, it's like a self-image thing.
It's a stigma on it. Well, for our culture, there's a stigma on it, but we got to get out of that because I mean, you need help. You know, it's funny. I did a reading for somebody like last week, and you know, this person was like, "Well, how's somebody going to tell me how I should live my life?" And they got their own problems. But we all got problems. It's about how you cope, and how you move forward through them, right?
Yeah.
There was some shit that I didn't like that transpired in my life in this latest event in my life last year. That you know, and I've always gone to therapy on and off, but this was the straw that broke the camel back. Where it was like, what do I need to work on so I don't see these themes again? What am I doing so I can not have these things show up in my life again? And the thing with men is that they don't really work on themselves. They just get into another vagina. So that trauma, the even more trauma dick and more trauma sperm into somebody else. And what I will say is that somebody who does not work on that trauma, it will affect you if you're fucking with them.
I agree.
I'm still building shit up back up because I chose to do what I wanted to do and not listen to what God was trying to show me. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, I think that people are scared of therapy. I think they're scared to meet themselves because you're not always going to like yourself when you meet the things that you discover in therapy. You're just not. You're just not.
It's true. Like I feel like just like men, there's also women out there that are like very salty. Like there was this video that I watched this morning. It was some guy that was basically saying that like he was a lady that called into like a radio talk show, and he was like basically not letting her talk
Yeah.
because he was going off in the sense that like, yo, you keep basically shitting on men, but when the accountability comes in, when do you be like, oh, it's my fault that sometimes I choose the wrong man, it's my fault that I decided to have a kid or kids with the same bad man that I've been complaining about.
Okay. I literally tweeted something like that the other day because I was watching this video of this girl and she was like how she works 3 jobs and her husband doesn't want to help her one watch the kids or doesn't want to like give her money. Why the fuck is you still with him? So like we be doing it to ourselves. I know I did it to myself, and I know I have a lot of people around me who love me, and they're like, "Don't say that," but it's like, no, it's fucking true. Like the we see what we want to see. The proof was
Yes,
right there. There was more than one. There was more than one instance where I saw this person may not be for me, and I still followed through because you believe in your head it'll get better. But when somebody shows you who they are, you're supposed to believe it,
I agree.
and we ignore, and then we want. There's a good analogy that like when you meet somebody and you're dating somebody, and you know you have your time and you guys are really locked in, and there's this thought process that if you had to marry this person tomorrow, okay, think about 20 years from now, the way this person is, and this is the way to think because not everybody changes. People stay the same a lot.
Hmm.
If it was 20 years from now and they said, hey, you have to marry this person, and they were still the same way 20 years later, the person you know today would still be the same 20 years later, would you still marry them?
Mm. Hmm.
No, then you're not supposed to be with that person because we're supposed to accept people for who they are. If people want to change and get better for you, that's on them. But you're supposed to accept them from where they are. If you cannot accept them where they're at and you're trying to pound into them, change, 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 and they don't want to fucking change, what are you doing? You need to accept people where they're at.
Exactly. Or leave that situation.
Or the
Like,
situation. But we're so scared to move on, and I think not only move on, but what if you don't find somebody else? I think that's what people are scared of, you know. But it's like peace is expensive.
right. Facts, facts. Honestly, like I feel like in that aspect of the conversation in the culture, many people are definitely afraid to talk about this. Like what we speaking about right now. Uh like I feel like communication is something that everybody preaches, like, oh, communication is the key. But like some people are good at like communicating with some other people better than they are communicating with their partner, their husband or wife, or it's easier sometimes to convey your emotion to somebody that you're not deeply involved with than with somebody that you are, sometimes.
Yeah, but that's because they don't really know who you are. And when you're dating somebody who really knows who you are, you're going to be avoidant because they know who you are.
Facts. So basically, like what you're saying is, so basically some people know how to like basically cambiar la máscara, change the mask.
A lot of people wear masks, and they also like to have the validation of outside people because it means that it's almost narcissistic. It's kind of like a narcissistic type of trait where it's like I'd rather seem good, great to these people because this one person thinks I'm horrible, but if these people think I'm great, then there's something wrong with you. When really, that one person knows you better than all these other motherfuckers.
True.
Um, but some people like outside validation to feel good about who they are because they know deep down that they're pieces of shit.
And there are a lot of those. Like I feel like, um, in a way, going back to the Cat Williams situation, like there are many people that literally live their life pretending and lying and manipulating, and here comes like a few individuals on earth that like kind of live their. I'm not saying I don't know Cat Williams on a personal level, but like he's a more like, if you look at his career and compared to other people's career, other comedians' career, and you compare to what he was saying to the facts that he was saying to those careers,
Yeah.
it's hard to like knock it down because he's speaking facts. And when you go and you make your own due diligence, you be like, this nigga seems like he's telling the truth. You actually make the research, you actually, invest your little bit of time to see if he's telling the truth. And that's how it is in our community.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like things that get swept under the rug
Oh
that
yeah.
like many people just decide to look the other way, and they keep living their life, lying, manipulating, be pretending to be this person on social media. Same
Oh,
thing. Same thing with families. Families is the same exact thing. Families is the same thing where like, hey, shout out to my bro Kino G. He's over here with us, live and
It
direct.
always takes me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on, Akina? It always takes me a
and
minute to get back
I,
on this.
I was like, I think you were trying to get in before, but I'm like, I think it was. I was like, okay, he's coming back. He'll come back. He'll come
It
back.
always takes me a while to get back on this thing. It never really works right.
Really?
Maybe because it's the phone or something.
Yeah, I'm on my phone too. I have my iPad, but I'm like, I don't know how to I don't know how to get this shit on my iPad yet. So I'm like, I don't. We gonna use the phone.
It always takes a couple of tries.
Okay, but you hit.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You
And
made it. We could. We could. We could.
and we're gonna everybody shout out to the people that are with us, the people that are commenting. Gracias por su apoyo. Thank you for your support. Share the video. Let me read some comments real quick.
Oh,
And again, this is my bro Kino G. He's here with us to talk about some facts, about some shit, about real life. Okay, Giselle Fernandez dijo. Giselle Fernandez said, "It's not." Okay, let me be from the top. Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. It's not possible. She doesn't want to be alone. That is a hell no for me. Mejor sola que mal compañero, ni siquiera Dios. Some people don't know how to express themselves when it comes to communicating in a relationship. I have faced a situation like that, and I told homeboy, he has to find his path because I don't deal with no fuckboy.
I know that fuck right. Who was that?
Her name is Giselle Guiti Fernandez.
Giselle? I know that's right, girl. Stand on it. Stand on business. It's stand on business season.
I
Okay?
wish I could see these comments, man.
And
I
and
the comments.
she also wrote, if we can't speak about our relationship problems or issues in general, I'd rather be alone, Namu.
I
Or
feel you.
just go to therapy. That's it.
What I just say that, Samia?
Yes.
Like, people need therapy. Like, go to therapy.
Go to relationship therapy. There's nothing wrong with that.
I do
Figure
therapy.
it out. And if not, just go your separate ways.
Go your separate ways. I do therapy every week. Every week. Every Wednesday, I have therapy.
I
That's
used
good.
to I
I'm a
used to be on
therapy
that boat.
advocate.
Same here. I used to have therapy too. Like for you, actually, like I told my brothers in a one-on-one convo, I did therapy for years. It recently ended not that long ago. My therapist was like, "Yo, Sam, you've been with me for many years now. At this point, we kind of reached the end of where like what else can I possibly tell you? You
You
could
got
just
tools. Now you have to exercise the tools that you've learned. That's
bingo.
for.
After the military, I did therapy for like 9 months. That was last year.
Really?
You know?
Yes.
Oh, nice. That's what's up. Yeah, I think it's so empowering, like I'm telling you, y'all know y'all grew up with me. I used to be a motherfucking hothead. Like I used to be going off. Like I would tell I didn't care if he was a dog, a man, a woman, a fucking bug. I would tell you, go fuck yourself. You know? And I had to realize like it's really not about people. It's about you, right? And it's like people are gonna people. They're gonna be who they are. They're gonna be who you are. How are you going to handle that though? Right? And I can be intimidating. So people sometimes meet my fire with fire, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? And it's like, well, you're not really good at being vulnerable. So I've had to break down everything I've ever known and how I protected myself all these years and become vulnerable. And instead of saying, you motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up, it's more like, but I don't like how you made me feel. That made me feel sad, like, and I feel like if that's how you're gonna move, then, I don't know how long I can interact or do this with you. That gives you boundaries as well as letting this person where you're letting them know where you're at in a nice way, in a good way. It's direct, but it's not an asshole way. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like it also comes with the stigma where like a lot of women are like that with the character. Some women are very like uh strong character with like the way they speak. Sometimes they don't. I feel like sometimes women when they get too emotionally involved, they just lash out without really thinking. I'm not saying that they're not thinking, but at that moment, the emotional impulse takes over and they just come and they try to like hurt back because in a way you'd be like you do this like okay, he's already a man, he's already physically probably more dominant than I am, so what can I possibly have on top of him? So if you're smarter than him, you're gonna try to like you know make him feel little like in some way some other because you know that physically you can't. So that's kind of the stigma that comes also with certain women, not all women, certain women or some women,
Well, I'm gonna hold
because
myself accountable because I know I've been there. I cut crazy with my tongue. Like my tongue is crazy. I will cut you with my tongue, and I've had to learn from that.
sometimes honestly like that self accountability that you showing Nakina, I love it because oftentimes like I consider myself a good guy, I'm a good man,
Yeah.
the way I live, the way I carry myself, I'm not no hood nigga, none of that.
Right.
And I feel like when women encounter men like me, men that like have self-respect, have standards and knows how to carry themselves as an adult, a lot of women don't like that. A lot of women like niggas that they come with like extreme baggages. That women like men that need fixing, that they have some type of issue that they could nurse back to full health. Like I call my own. What was that, bro?
What you
No,
win?
I said some
Uh,
women.
yeah, I said some women. I didn't say all women, right? I said some women.
I'm right here. Look at these.
Yeah.
So like yeah, Kiki. So like it's one of those things where like I learned that sometimes it's not me per se. I got my own baggage. Don't get me wrong. I got my own shit that I come with.
Oh, dude. Yes.
But I learned how to love
Yes.
myself more when I realized that there's some women that really have personal issues, like internal issues, that no matter how much of a gentleman you are, no matter how much of a good person you are to them, they will never really understand it and value it. She always gonna be like, oh, he's too good to be true, or he's too nice to me. There must be something wrong with him. When in reality, there's probably nothing wrong with him. It's probably the problem is with you. You just don't know how to accept that love.
Well, it's a chemical thing. We are, as some women are attracted to, and men are attracted to toxicity. You know,
Yes.
the serotonin levels go up. The dopamine is the serotonin's down. The dopamine is like it's like a drug. You know, so when it's too calm and you're not used to your body and your hormones are not used to that, it's like this is, I don't do peace. I mean somebody loves me when they're being toxic because we're fighting with each other. When really, if it's meant to be, it ain't gonna be like that. We're gonna have disagreements, but like love should be peaceful. It's love.
Even past
I
traumas affect that as well. Past traumas that they
Def-
bring
def-
along in a relationship.
Definitely.
For example, I
People,
had this one person, right? At the beginning, she was telling me, "Oh, um, I've always been the type of woman." Wait, who's this?
Did you invite somebody, Shaq?
Yes, I did. That was
Okay.
fast. It's my friend
Oh,
Akua, I believe.
hey,
hello, welcome to the show. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. No cap.
Thank
Um,
you so much. Thank you.
Hey, Akua! Wow, I didn't expect you to log in that fast.
Hi, Shakino. I didn't know this was a podcast in progress, but thank you for inviting me.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, no problem, man. I should have told you more details then, but here we are. Appreciate you joining.
and
Yeah, last.
shout out to everybody that's still watching with us on Facebook and everywhere else. Oh, Theo, shout out to Theo Jose Lopez, one of the OGs of the game, one of the people that have been supporting me for years now. Theo Jose asks, what's the topic about? And Theo, we're talking about mature relationship topics, about life topics, really. Right now, we're focusing on communication in relationship and how um, sometimes people have their own internal issues that they haven't really dealt with. So they kind of bring that issue into their relationship, and while doing that, they're affecting the communication. So you Theo Jose said, especially the chicks who what would I do for papers? Oh my God, Theo! Wow. Theo, like, yeah, yo, Theo, you something else. Um,
Bruh.
oh
I'm
man.
crying, bro. You said not the papers. I'm done, bro. Not the papers.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I say you can't. I'm not bringing you over here.
And like, not trying to deviate from the topic, right, Kiki? But like, if somebody paid you like let's say $50,000 or $80,000, you have to marry them to give them papers. Will you do it?
Yeah, I do it.
Okay.
I like. I'm cool with money, so I mean, now, if they're good look and they're good looking, we could definitely pay.
I'm over here having technical difficulties. My bad.
All right.
It's
Yeah,
so good, bro.
And
we
I
could
was
definitely.
saying something, but then that's when my friend popped up. But I forgot I was saying though. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. What were you saying? Let me see if I could go back.
How
Um,
past trauma affects people sometimes. For example, I had somebody that she would always say that she was always the one that would overpour into men and they would not pour back into her. That she always wanted to somebody to pour into her. But
Yeah.
once she found that person that was overpouring on her, she didn't know how to take it. She didn't know how to handle it in the moment.
That's a lot. That's
it,
a lot.
it's true what Shakino says. Sometimes, like that goes that what Shakino said that goes with the fact that sometimes this is a known fact. This is a real life fact. Most women, most won't date a man that's building his life up. But then a man that already got his shit together, we kind of have to, like, in a way, date women that are building themselves up. Meaning, like, we are more open to the idea of having a woman that's still getting herself together and helping her get herself together. But then when the woman already got herself together, she's not open to work with a nigga that's building himself up.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm that woman. No, I'm not. It's a man's world. I'm sorry.
what if he's younger than you? Let's say you dating. Let's say you 30.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've been there, done that. You know, no. I mean, it's a man's world, one. And then I'm very traditional. Like, even though, like, my past, I was trying to be traditional, it just doesn't work out. I think also men tend to resent you when you are more well off than they are. This is my experience. And when you have an action plan, when you have your life together, they tend to sit back and they tend to get jealous of you as well. And which is also like a very feminine trait. Um, but no, I'm not built to bear essential anymore. I'm not built to, I rebuke that. It's a man's world. I just feel like if you're not traditional, great. You have to do work for you. I think some women are okay with that. But
I can't do nothing with this goddamn phone, bro. Oh,
I've done potential for too long, and potential is just potential. You know, like it doesn't turn into like actual kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is when it's actually moving, and potential kind of just stays there. And people move at their own pace. So if you meet somebody and you guys are great, you know, like each other and there's attraction there, but
bro,
they're
what
like,
in the
look,
world?
Sorry, everybody. My brother's having some technical issues on his side.
yeah, I think it's more acceptable. Like a man doesn't really care. Is this? I don't know if this is true, or not, but I feel like from what my experience, men don't really care about if women have their shit together or not.
Yeah, I feel like for men, some men, not all men, right? Some men, I feel like they like the fact that they could help.
Right.
That some men want to be providers.
They want.
Some men want to be able to help some women. You know,
Mhm.
go up. They be like, "Don't worry, babe. Go to school. I'll take care of everything." There are men like that. There are men like that.
I've
I
had.
would, I would say that I was like that too in my relationship with my wife, where like I would like focus on your school, try to get your degree or whatever the case is, and I could maintain everything for now. But at the same time, I made it crisply clear that let's say when I need you, I said let's say I get sick or something happens to me, I do have expectations of you to have my back in that type of time. Like I do expect for you to be able to like take care of the bills while I'm down. Like that's my expectations. Where like I don't.
That's a partnership. You know,
Yes.
Samuel, you were also like you and Shakino are two men, but it's also a cultural thing. Uh, it's cultural. Okay. I don't give a fuck who's on here right now. It's cultural. You guys are Central American bred. Okay. You have Hispanic blood in you. You have foreign blood in you. Y'all are made different. Y'all are made to take care of your family. African American men, on the other hand, want to be coddled. And why you so bad for me? Nigga, you was actually here. You have a better advantage than everybody here because that's the started here. So why don't you have your shit together? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
That's facts. That's facts.
Tio Jose, he said, it's no longer a man's world. Many women are doing a lot more than men.
unfortunately. And why is that? That's bad. We shouldn't. Because
Equal opportunity, right?
I didn't ask for that shit. I would have been okay
You
having
didn't ask for that?
nope, I would have been okay. I love to be on my feet on the kitchen all day. That is what I like to do. I love
That's so funny.
work. I have to fucking hours at work. I have to make sure my car is good, make sure the house is clean. I'm in my masculine energy because I have to worry about everything. So you want women in their feminine energy, take some of the load off of them. And that means take care of your fucking finances. You don't got to pay my bills, but at least be able to uphold yourself. That way, when we come together, it's a partnership.
I like that. I agree. I agree. I agree. I always tell that to my wife. I'd be like, if I was a bum ass nigga, you probably wouldn't have been with me for all these years. You
No,
know that I got my shit squared away. I got my shit together, and the day that it comes where like, oh shit, I lose everything, and that day is the day that you got the right to drop me because I somehow, some way, I did something to fuck that up. Like especially if we've been solid for years and all of a sudden things change out of nowhere, and if I had something to do with it, you got the right to drop me if I had something to do with that change.
I agree, but I don't agree because if somebody knows your character, and it's been all these years, and we go through bad spells, we go through bad times, and if you're going through a bad time, and your wife or your husband knows, you know what, this person's always on their A game. You have a bad season. That's when your partner steps in and says, "Don't worry, baby. Take time to find yourself. I got it from here." They know you're not always going to be that way. You were never that way, so that means you're not going to be comfortable staying that way.
That's true.
Okay, whereas other,
Maturity to
yeah,
just like maturity to say words like that. A lot of
yeah,
people, some women are just used to getting babysat, and when those hard times come, they don't know how to uplift their partner. Unfortunately,
yeah. Well, then is it really love, or is it what you can do for me?
Mm, mm.
exactly.
I think in this society nowadays, I think that's what's becoming. It's
Yeah.
no longer about love. It's about what we could do for each other. Like there are
Uh-huh.
people that literally move in with each other because they cannot afford rent on their own. So they go
Yeah.
ahead.
I've
I
been
had
guilty of
I had somebody ask me like, "Oh, once we become boyfriend and girlfriends, are you gonna be able to pay my rent?"
what
Like, yo, what?
to me. That's
Like I'm
crazy.
over here trying to build with you and whatnot, and then you just come and ask me, "Are you gonna be able to pay my rent?" Like, can we
That's so
work our way to that? Like, bitch, I got my own fucking rent to pay.
yeah.
No,
And
I can help you with a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
oh no,
pay the
no,
full thing. No, we not even married. You're not my fiance yet. We
no.
not
And
married yet.
you can help them if they want, but to be with somebody like, oh, you should be helping. I don't agree with that. I feel like there's a beauty in watching each other be individuals and then slowly bring it together.
Out of necessity. Men and not only women do that. Some bum ass niggas do that too. When
Who
they
you
see a female that has her savings as well and whatnot, they want to
Mm,
leech off these women too.
true.
telling? I lived it. I
A
lived
lot
it.
of bum ass niggas like that, and females out of necessities they want to get with you,
And that's
and
what
not,
sometimes.
and then complacency happens. The
Ooh,
little shit,
you
you
better
know.
talk. Amen. Oh God, you make my forehead,
We can keep going
my,
all day.
my third eye, because you are so right. And then when you're not okay with that, I know from my own experience. I'm because my last experience is the loudest of my, because I I'm always aiming to be better. Yes, yes, I'm a nurse. Yes, I'm able to hold it down, but like I want better than what I have right now. Right? Some people are cool with that, and you also have to know where you're at in life. Are you okay with this? You got your car, you got your 1 bedroom apartment, you got your job. That's good for you. That's enough. You don't want to travel. You don't care about traveling or having extra money to invest. That's what you want to do. That's good for you. Fine. And find somebody on your level that's okay with just that.
Yeah.
Me, I'm always striving to be better. I'm always want to be
Yes.
better than the last year. I always have projections for myself. I always have goals for myself. So somebody who is not okay with that, I'm gonna make them uncomfortable, because it's like,
Yes.
damn, are you ever complacent? No, because the minute you're complacent, you can lose your shit. So,
Or,
you know,
or not settling for less.
not selling for less. And
Mm.
last relationship, it was like, okay, well, I'm here now, so like you should be cool with this. But it's like, yeah, but you're like, you don't want a little bit more than what you're doing, because like you're still kind of like pinching pennies. I'm not cool with that. I want to travel. I want to do extra things, and I don't want to pay for you all the time, because to me, my vagina's not going to get wet if I have to pay for you all the time. I know I could pay for you and me to go on vacation, yeah, but like, I'm supposed to give you pussy too? Nah, nigga, that's not gonna work for me. Like, nah, you got to give me pussy. How about that? Like, you feel me?
Yo, man, don't get me started with my little story. Goddamn it, shoot.
You, you, you feel me? And
Damn.
it's just the truth. I could go
Honestly, Prima, I love that you said that because me, I'm a person like that. I'm a go getter. I'm always looking to
No,
level
bro.
up, and
yeah,
and I always been that type like that since I was younger. I only that like when I was younger, I was surrounded by a lot of people that kind of like they kind of were putting a lid over my potential. You know, when you're surrounded by people that they know that you got potential to become better than them, and they don't want you to become better than them.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
that was me in high school and middle school. I was surrounded by a bunch of people that always kind of made me create self doubt. That made me feel like I wasn't capable of doing certain things because those people were putting things in my head. You know,
Right.
Mm.
so then when I decided to remove myself from that environment and be in an environment where it was more productive, people that like were probably walking the same lane that I was walking in, that's when I started developing myself. That's when I started spreading my wings. And I was like, yo, I'm actually better than I thought it was. Starting from my personal relationship. My first relationship, it was like that, where like it became toxic after a while. It became toxic due to the fact that like that comparison started to happen, like, you know, heading towards the end of high school, or what you're gonna do, what am I gonna do, are we gonna still be together, all the talk, right? And then the pressure of you trying to have to be a man at a young age, when you're still trying to figure yourself out, it's a lot. And sometimes women don't have consideration in that aspect, that yo, just like you trying to find yourself, I'm trying to find
Mm.
myself too.
Yeah,
So
young. You were young, and so it's like, what the fuck you want me to find, girl? I don't know.
And some, instead of building with you, they rather compete with you,
yes,
or
That
yes,
they doubt you.
it
You know,
yes.
happens.
I had a situation like that as well. You know,
Oh,
yeah,
toxic as fuck.
toxic as fuck, bro. Like one time, I have land on Honduras. I was told, "Oh, you didn't even have dirt or foundation there yet." A few months later, guess what I did? Threw that dirt and foundation on motherfucker. Then the person said, "Oh, you didn't even have blocks, building blocks on there yet." Like, you know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? That will hurt like a man's pride, especially when you working your ass off trying to show that person what you made of. You know. So there's people like that out there, man. Like I said, instead of building with you, they competing with you and doubting you at the same time.
I know
What?
that's not
That's
that.
sad.
I definitely have some ex that's like be trying to compete. It's like you can't compete when you don't compare, baby.
Woo!
And compete
Yeah.
losing, and you're gonna.
And sometimes, as humble as you try to be or uplift them as well, they still low key like salty. Like, why? Why
But
you with me if you hating on me?
it shows up in their life because they be having major setbacks all the time. That's because you keep competing because that's not really
There you
hard.
go. Yep.
Bingo.
You dropping
Bingo.
the ball.
God is not gonna bless you because you're not doing things from your heart. You're doing things because you have a second agenda. Or I wanna be better than my boyfriend because I just wanna show him that I got potential. You don't have to do that for to show your boyfriend that you got potential. You don't have to compete against him. Just do you, and he'll notice. Yo, I'm proud of my shorty. My shorty's doing her thing. Like if a person really cares about you, it will never be a competition. Instead, that person will always try to build you up. Like it's gonna be like one of those, you know, those contests, like getting my shoulder so you can have the wall. And then when that person has the wall, here, I'll
Well,
pull you up.
yeah,
That's sometimes like when it comes to like that toxic pride, because there's good pride. You can be
yes.
prideful, but then it's prideful when you like toxic. Pride will make you strong, but it will never make you happy.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, damn. That's so true. That is so true. Ooh, that's so true.
Or egotistical
Yeah,
characteristics as well
that's
come into play when it comes to that too.
it's true. It's really true. It's so true. And like some people will use a moment when you're in your most vulnerable state, and then they want to make you even smaller. And for a time being, and I'm gonna go back to God. God and the devil. You can make a
Amen.
devil, but at some point you gonna have to pay up. So he might give you everything you want, but at some point you got to pay up just because he was moving in the devil energy. Moving the God energy. If you guys don't match, if you guys don't match and you don't feel like you're on the same level, do you just go on and move on? Do what you got to do. But to make somebody feel small because you're mad that you don't have the tenacity or the strength that they do, that's where you fuck up at.
I agree.
Hmm.
That's,
That's when you do.
mhm. Come on, it's true. I mean, woo, all this shit because I could write a book.
Facts.
It's like what Cat Williams said. Like Cat Williams said that like he doesn't hate on nobody. He doesn't have a problem with nobody's success. He has a problem when people try to come and lie about their success, how they got there, try to front. And those are the lazy niggas that cut corners to get there. Now that they there, they make it seem like they actually put in the work when they never did. And now they're trying to talk out their ass. And that's what Cat Williams had a problem with. There's a lot of these niggas in the industry that cut corners. And then he's like, a lot of these people didn't do a lot of things that they claim that they did.
Or they
Like
take
they,
because I
huh?
know, or they take your energy and
Yes.
they originated with it when really they got it from you.
Bingo. Yes.
Le gustan aparentar
Mm,
Yes.
en las redes.
yeah.
don't be, don't just be. What's that saying? Don't be just happy on social media. Be happy in real
Real
life.
life.
Facts. Facts.
I've really disconnected myself from social media because like I'm popping. I'm that chick in real life. So it's like I don't need no social media to like
Facts.
to prove that I hold shit down pop. Like I'm that
Yeah.
regardless. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes being on social media, you know people in real fucking life, and you like, but you're not really like that, my nigga. Like you're not really like that though. You're like,
Facts. Facts.
like
Facts.
you
Facts. Facts. Facts.
got mad bitches around you trying to help you. Like you got mad people around you. Don't do nothing about your parents. Like yo, you is food, my nigga. Like you're not
Yeah.
that. And really
Yep.
got the inspiration because of somebody that you used to know that you don't even fuck with, but you turned around making it seem like you were the originator of this shit. So people who are new to the game are like, oh my god, you're this great person. Where it's like, nah, nigga, you learned the blueprint from me. That's why you so.
Facts. That is facts. That is facts. I love that, Kiki, because sometimes there's a lot of people. Like for instance, there's a lot of people that like to front, but like I'm the type of person that I'll let you be because you could copy my ideas, but you cannot copy my creativity. It's like
It can never be you.
you never
Mhm.
be me. Like it's one
Mhm.
of those things where like yeah, you could try to like do what I did to achieve that same success as I did, but then once you reach that level that I'm at, how are you gonna keep being at that level? You
Yeah,
you won't be able to because you don't have the tools.
you don't. And you know what? I was out. I went to the botanic a couple weeks ago. And she was saying to me, I was like, yeah, I'm taking my back. She's like, well, are you still the same person that you were when they took it? I was like, so let them have it. Because the person you are today, they can have of that. They can know who you are today. So let them have that energy that you had back then. They have the energy that you have right now. So let them have it. And what I learned in my life, that I'm a girlfriend, I'm the partner that teaches better for the next person. I'm a lesson. I That's what I'm trying to like hone in. Why am I always the person that teaches somebody how to be better for somebody else?
Yes.
I don't know. It just happens that way.
I,
Mhm.
man, I don't waste time on people like that. Honestly, like we live in a narcissistic society, so
Woo!
a lot of people.
Mhm.
It's like for instance, like I don't know about you guys, but this past holidays, did not feel like it used to feel. It felt different. Like if you notice, guys, they even skipped Thanksgiving. They went from Halloween straight to Christmas. Like
Yeah.
they wasn't promoting
Well, like in the news, like on TV.
like on the commercials. You notice how before they used to like promote more Thanksgiving stuff, like in Walmart, shit like that. They literally went from Halloween straight to Christmas, bro. It's like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
skip everything about. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if you went to Walmart, you wasn't gonna be able to find turkey and shit. That's not what I'm saying. It's like the promotional thing behind Thanksgiving reduced because of the history behind it. But when you think about it, even though Thanksgiving was kind of like a fucked up history behind it, it was a representation of keeping family together. Like Thanksgiving dinners and all of that was something. It became something positive, you know. And
Yeah.
now Christmas is not as positive as it used to be as well because
They materialized
I'm
it
about to.
to for the money. Hey, like
That's what.
people are forgetting the real aspects of Christmas. Like usually, like with the history of Christmas, when they went, I forgot the names. When they went to give Jesus their gifts, it was January 6th.
Of disciples, right?
Yeah, there we go. It was on January 6th. Kids don't even know about that anymore. They just want to open up their presents like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
When usually back then they used to wait till they open it up on January 6th, you know. But now it's all about the money and whatnot.
It's better.
People are really forgetting the real meaning of Christmas,
yep,
and it's so sad.
Well, I was gonna say what Shakira said that we're in consumerism type of climate. So they went right to Christmas because fucking capitalism. They want to fucking buy shit. So they don't care about the because they're just gonna buy shit that's gonna be perishables and you're gonna throw it out a week later for Christmas. It's like we want you to buy all this shit, the PS5, we want you to buy the clothes, the gadgets. We want you to spend money so we can keep this capitalistic climate going.
yes, very.
My friend that was just on the podcast, we were literally talking about that yesterday, bro.
Crazy.
Damn, I wish she was still on.
She,
I don't know if she could see it somewhere. Oh,
oh, Kiki, no. But yeah,
I don't know. Let me see. Damn. It would be cool if she came on real quick because she was spinning. It's hard to really like.
well, I mean,
Can you hear me, bro?
we're about to reach the ending of the episode, anyways. This
Ending.
episode,
There's an ending.
yes, it's an ending, bro. But episodes normally are about an hour and
Yeah, you try
something
to keep it
minutes.
for an hour.
Yeah, I try to limit it so that way we could save something to talk about for the next episode. So
Man, you know we always got something to talk about.
imagine if we spoke about everything in one episode, then the other episode will become repetitive because we already spoke about it. So it's
Man,
like
we
it
got
would be
topics.
different. It would be different if we have all the perspective, all the people with us. Just like we had Akina just now. So it's like it was a good feeling. So talking about this from the beginning, like the first before you joined in, we literally started off with a comment like where women, some women think that like some men are intimidated by strong, independent women. So we started off the conversation with that topic, and then it evolved to different branches of that same topic. So
Mhm.
I mean, I was gonna ask like the question that you asked, like basically. Okay. Okay, there we
And
go.
so I'm so sorry, guys. My fucking phone died. I was like, oh my god! I thought I had more time. All right,
It's
we
all
just
Yeah,
good,
bro.
Kiki.
now. Okay, I'm back. I'm
You
back.
know what's up, bro? We can keep it going, man. We don't gotta. We always
I'm not
got topics for days, bro. Shoot, like you said, that creativity, bro.
Yeah,
fact.
period. We're working on with the heart chakra. I mean, the throat chakra right now.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, you was talking about botanicas. You made me get my red blood dragon stage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Got
yeah, yeah. I was before we started the live. I was
good,
shuffling my cards and stuff. And I
good
was like,
vibes only. Good vibes only.
good vibes only. You know how we are though. We always all good vibes. Like honestly, like I don't know, and our bloodline's heavily protected, like just heavily protected and respected. And it's like I'm off the record. I'm seeing people get karma in real time because they was fucking
Mhm.
with a bitch.
Facts.
Feel me? They was fucking with somebody, and now you know that it was
Akina,
cool for a minute, but now I'm seeing this karma in real time, and I'm like, oh God, it's real. Okay,
I wanna
amen.
pick. I wanna piggyback on that chakra. You said throat chakra. I've been
Yes.
working on my crown chakra. You hear me?
Oh, look at the
Yes,
sample.
indeed. Yes, indeed. That crown
See,
chakra.
that's why you can't just date anybody. You feel what I'm
Open that.
saying?
You gotta open up your third eye. You feel me?
Open up that third eye. I
Get
had
right.
my selenite right before we started. I was like, let me just get right. Let me get because but that's why you can't date anybody. Like, look at that's some
Exactly.
that's some 5D shit. Not everybody gonna be able to understand what you're
Yes,
working on and
indeed.
what you got
Yes,
going on.
yes, indeed. Yes,
You're
indeed.
committed to healing, and healing is you're always healing. And I think we're dealing with a lot of people who are very unhealed human
Yeah.
beings and don't
Yeah.
want to heal.
Yes.
When I had the best time of my life when I wasn't aware. Oh my God, I was pussy popping on a handstand. I was having great times. And then I became self-aware, and I'm like, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you. I don't want to talk to you. You're blocked.
Yeah.
When red flags was Six Flags.
Like
I
you
was
said
like, yeah.
earlier, spreading that energy. Sometimes sleeping with too much people, that's a transfer of energy.
Oh my
You
God,
know,
all the way.
when you're a spiritual person, that becomes exhausting after a while.
Oh my God, who you telling? Or when
Like
you deal
after my divorce, I was out there, you know what I'm saying, slinging dick. Like you said, popping pussy in the car, I was slinging dick. Shit. Then
but
after a while, like boom, 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 boom. And after a while, I'm like, yo, this is tiring. Like
he
you,
was
you
a
feel
king of
that drain,
wands.
that drain. You know what I'm saying?
But you
So
know what's so crazy? I was the opposite. So usually when I break up with people, and I don't know because I'm a mother now, I don't know what it is, but I usually when I break up with people, I'm on to the next. Nigga, fuck you. I got 3 more. Miss one, next 15 one coming. And then now it's just like I just can't. Like I just cannot. Like I used to be, not long ago I was a hoe, and I'm just like I can't even I said I can't even like move like that. I like know too much. Like I just know too much. I see too much. I feel too much. I'm already seeing the fucking shit that's around you. You don't see it, but I can see it. And like you got demon energy. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? And I've also my last partner that I was seriously with was a fucking energy vampire. So you're just like, oh nah, I'm shutting off my energy to everybody. Like nah. And not because I'm not because I don't want to be with anybody. It's just like I just need to build my energy back up before I can
Right.
fuck with anybody like that again. No.
I like how you said that energy vampire. There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
those.
Oh yeah. I was dating an energy for years. I was with an energy vampire for years, and I didn't even know it was an energy vampire until it was too late.
I know how that feels. I mean, I
Woo.
was with an energy vampire my damn self.
Man.
Yep.
Like,
It was too late.
I learned honestly. Like, I was DJing the other day, right?
Yep.
Like I was DJing for New Year's, right? And I was a little lit. I was a little lit. So on the microphone, I said, I don't know why it prompted me to say it, but I said it anyways. I was like, let me give you a consejo real quick. Let me let me tell you something real quick. If you're a dancer, you shouldn't be with a non-dancer. And if you're a non-dancer, then you shouldn't be with a dancer.
I was with a non-dancer. He could not fucking dance.
Yo, you know how we get down, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, he would try, and I'm like, just stop. Just stop.
Like what I meant by that basically is beyond the dancing. It's about, let's say, if you're an extrovert and he's an introvert, it's not gonna work. In the long run, you could try to sit there and pretend like that person is gonna get better. It's not. Some things is part of our personality. Like all three of us here in this chat right now, all three of us are extroverts. All of us could go to a place by ourselves and socialize.
Hell yeah.
I actually do go to bars and stuff by myself now.
I'll be going to jazz lounges by myself.
Yeah, I actually embark on journeys by myself now. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Imagine being with somebody that, like, there's nothing with being a homebody, because I'm a homebody nowadays.
I love being
but
home.
Imagine with somebody that, like, at the beginning of your relationship, that's all they want to do. Meaning, like, it's year one. He don't want to travel. He doesn't want to show nothing about what he likes to do in life. He just want to be home. To me personally, that's a red flag.
You're like, that's feels, because I'm like, you know, and one thing too, like I was telling my girlfriends and the rest of my family, like, listen, y'all, if I bring any, and this is for y'all too, I bring any nigga around, y'all motherfucking tell me I don't like that nigga. I don't know what it is. I just feel something, and I don't know what it is, but I don't like it, and I'm gonna take heed. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I remember when I tried telling that to your sister in what's the name of that college? Berkeley. I remember telling Amy on Berkeley, yo, honestly, like, your boyfriend, he seems a little too unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stories that he would say. By that time, I was not in the military yet. I was not in the military, so I wouldn't know better, right? But some of the stories that he was saying was too, like he used to go to ROTC and be there. They come back. I'm like, listen, it doesn't sound right. There's something wrong with that picture. You know what I'm saying? And I love Amy so much, so I had the balls to be like, Prima, something's wrong with your boyfriend. His personality was too extra. You know when somebody's like too
overcompensating.
Yes, that was him. He was like, he always spoke about the military all that. And I'm like, when you really live in it, you don't need to talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's how I feel about it. If you really that, you don't gotta talk about it all the fucking time.
Exactly.
Like, it's not about, you don't have to be humble, but it's just like your energy is gonna speak for itself.
Bingo. If you got money, you move like you got money. You don't talk about that you got money. It's that simple. You know, like when you're a broke nigga, you always need to pretend, because, like Kiki said, you always compensating for your pockets.
Yeah, or your dick is small. Or the dick is small. Either or.
I call them pocket watchers.
Oh, I can't stand me a motherfucking pocket watcher. Don't watch my
watcher. There's a lot of pocket watchers watching right now. No, let me stop.
I can't stand when people pocket watch, because it's like, stop worrying about my money. Get your own fucking bread instead, okay? Because when you focus on your bread, you ain't gonna be worried about how much bread I got.
Facts. What's up, Kathy? Shout out to Kathy, La Diva Fernandez. What's up, Prima? Thank you for being here with us, Kathy. I appreciate it. Kathy wrote, being a loner is the best thing. Happy New Year. Hey, family.
Yeah. I love Kathy. I love Sag women. I ain't fucking with no Sag men ever again. That's but I love me some Sag women. I love me some Sag women. They're my peoples. But let me shout out this shirt too. This is Alexa Darling. She's part of the Garifuna community. I think people follow her on Instagram. She's a what's the word? She's like a blogger.
Yeah.
She's an influencer. There you go. She's a Hindu influencer. There you go. That's why I don't know if she still sells them, but that's why I got it from.
Like I know who Alexa Darling is. She lives out here in Texas. Shout out to
Yeah.
Alexa. And she's
Uh-huh.
cool people. She's cool people.
Is she? I think one day in my head I'm like I'm gonna link up with her. We gonna have a little conversation. One
Yeah,
day.
she's cool people.
Yeah, she seems like a cool person.
Yeah. Like
Mm-hmm.
Kathy, going back with she's like with the best. Yeah, I like Sag. Some Sagittarius people, how can I explain it? Like, okay, people might have an issue with what I'm
Of
about
course,
to say. People might have an issue with what I'm about to say, but here you go.
Uh-huh.
This is one of the best ways to get canceled. So here it goes.
nah,
We don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yes, exactly, Kiki. Here we go. By the way, the episode is about to end soon, so I'm gonna close it with a cliffhanger.
I ain't
But
gotta
Oh
here
end
we
it,
my
bro.
god! You gotta go
Man,
back in.
You ain't
You're
got
not done.
time limit, yo.
I,
Don't put no time
I,
limit.
I sorry guys, I
You
got
gotta go
date
eat
night.
dinner.
Date
You gotta
night.
go eat dinner. All right, my bad. You
Oh,
gotta
you
Yeah,
eat
got
dinner.
date night. Oh,
date night with wifey. Date night with
yeah.
wifey.
Listen, somebody got to do it. Okay, do it for us, please. I don't know where my emperor is, but just you and your wife. Put it out there for me, okay? So you can find me, okay?
All right, Kiki.
Okay.
So
Same with me, so she can find me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Period. We catches over here. We catches. We don't do it's nothing but give out of catches over here. Okay.
this is the thing that I was gonna say. Me personally, I don't have a problem when some women have strong characters.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with that strong character translating to being a bitch. What do I mean by that? Like, let's say I come and I say, hello, how you doing? Hello, good morning. And you answer me with an attitude for no fucking reason. Yes, you're a bitch.
No, they're angry. That's angry. That's just being angry. It's too early in the morning.
Sometimes it can even be in the afternoon.
Sorry.
Another thing, like sometimes ladies, when a guy say hello or good afternoon, not all the time it means he wanna holler at you. Sometimes that
That's
nigga's he's really just being a nice person saying good afternoon, how you doing? It doesn't mean nothing beyond that. Also in the parties, ladies, in the parties, y'all gotta stop doing this stupid shit. When a guy comes and asks you, oh, can I dance with you? You should at least respect that. You should respect the fact that he's actually asking you, not just coming behind you and start dubbing your shit. Because niggas be doing that. So like, at
Can you
least
tell he's from New York?
so like me personally, I just feel like there's a balance between having a strong character and standing up for yourself and being solid, and then being rude and being obnoxious for no reason. Sometimes some people get their nut over being an asshole. So that's where I'm coming from. It's not just picking on the woman. No, there's men that are like that too. There's some men they find it funny or they find to try to like be dickheads. So it's like a two thing. But I was specifically talking about women in certain circumstances because there are good men out there. There are good men like my brother, good men like me. That we genuinely, if you are the right person, we're gonna treat you like a queen. We're gonna take you to the moon and back. But like sometimes y'all don't even allow the man to show you that he could take you to the moon because right off the back you're acting like a bitch. So how is he supposed to open up to you when you're already showing him that you're not even a lady? You're a hood rat.
So can I say this? Maybe sometimes you can see past it and think and know, like, okay, well, what have you? This is where you can kind of, if you want to, if you have the energy, or if you care enough, you can ask someone, what have you been through to make you act like this? Can I ask you something? What have you been through that makes you come off like this? And they may be like, well, I don't think I'm being a bitch. It's like, well, it is coming off that way. So like, what is it about men or yourself that makes you act that way? Because most of the time it's what people's been through. That's usually what it is.
Trauma stems from trauma.
Honestly, like I give you respect for that answer, Kiki, because me personally, like especially back then, I wasn't on that type of time. When I was in the military, I knew that my time was limited. So if I came to you, you should be like, oh damn, he's making time for me, knowing that this nigga, like you know what I mean, Shakino, being on the field for like 18 hours. So every time you go back, like you try to like expedite things. So sometimes if the guy's trying to like, talk to you and he seems a little rushy, it's because probably his life is really busy. Maybe he's a doctor, maybe he's a lawyer, and he doesn't have that much time to sit there and wonder, oh, why she's being a bitch to me? Sometimes, oh, okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. Walk away. Next thing you know, that guy was probably 150K, 200K lawyer that you just
Yeah.
lost because
You true.
you didn't give him the opportunity to say hello, good afternoon, how you doing? Like,
Well, they might not be attracted to, because I do think that when women are not nice to you, sometimes they're not attracted to you, and they end up being bitches instead of just like taking
Yeah.
you, just kind of learning you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they'll call it, don't cancel me, people. Sometimes women will be like, "Oh my god, he tried to like molest me or assault me," but if it's like Idris Elba, "Oh my god, he wants to choke me." I love it. So
yes,
it's,
that's what
you
me and
Yeah,
Shakira
know,
were talking about earlier.
that's a
so
fact. We were
people
talking
don't want to
about
be
that
honest
earlier.
about that, but I think there's sometimes a line, and it gets them scared a little bit, because it's like, okay, if he's an ugg mug, you're like, oh my god. But if he's like, sexy, it's like, I want to grab the back of your neck. Okay, daddy. It's confusing. It's confusing.
Yo,
Shout
for
out
real.
to shout out to my sister Sapphire. You're precious. What's good? Sapphire's watching us. She said, I love your heart. I love your heart, prima. I mean, she mean your hair. Sorry, I love your hair.
Man, these comments, bro. Like, there was this one time we were able to see all the comments.
Yeah, I don't know why it
I
doesn't
don't know
show
if it's my
anymore, bro.
phone. I don't know how
Like,
I can't
Safi
see the comments. I can't see
like
the.
Sapphire's watching it from YouTube.
Oh, I can't see the comments.
from YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, I can't see the rest of them though.
yeah. Like, I don't know why it doesn't show. Honestly, I don't know why.
So I only see 3. Hey, my baby. Hey, Sappy. I don't see the rest of the comments though.
Nah,
We
damn.
gonna figure it out.
All right.
But yeah,
We
So,
did
like-
one podcast where you can see all the comments.
yeah. No, I don't know why. I don't know why it does that now. So
We're
weird.
gonna have to troubleshoot, bro, offline after.
Yeah, I might hit up the owners of Restream and be like, "Yo, I'm paying for this shit. Fix it."
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so like, that's what I wanted to kind of close with, in the sense that, like,
Yeah.
be nice to people, and then until they show you a reason for you not to be nice to them, then you could be a rude asshole. But don't just be a rude asshole right off the bat just because you think you can. Because there's some people out there that are psychos. There's some people out there that, like, they could come to you with good intentions, and you blow them off like you're an ass. They're gonna take that shit personally. There's some people out there
Well,
that,
yeah.
that will probably kidnap your ass and probably kill you just
They
because
gonna
you were
match that energy
Well, I'm
real
saying,
quick.
that's why there's the other side to that, where some women are really nice about. Like, I know for me as a woman, like walking down the street, I'm gonna be really nice because I don't know if you're fucking crazy, and men are fucking crazy these days. So like, I'm just gonna be like, hi, or I might give you a fake number, because like, men are fucking crazy these days. Like when I'm, I'll go on dates here and there, and like, ain't no nigga gonna know where the fuck I live, because
Cuz be careful with that fake number. What if he calls you right there?
right there, no, right? Yo,
I know.
Yo, they be doing that. Yo, let me send you a text right now.
Yeah, pick up. Yo,
I'm
why
gonna
should
get my car real quick.
like Kiki? They're gonna look at you straight in the eyes, like, yo, why don't you answer me?
Yeah, like, no. Or I give them a fake name.
Yo, you better start booking it.
Yeah, I give them a fake name. I think if I said Bianca, like I'd be just Veronica, whatever comes to my head. I think that's my name.
Veronica.
And Kiki, like how would you feel like somebody comes and be like, and some guy try to holler at you like this? Hey, yo, what's good, chocolate thing?
Hello. Like, that doesn't really move me, like I need it to be like deep and poetic. I need something that's like out of the box. I can't do hey ma, hey chocolate thing. Hello. Hi.
Shoot, man.
You're speaking to a fucking empress / high priestess goddess. Like, get it the fuck right. Like, no.
I love it.
I'll be polite. I'm gonna be very polite because I told you niggas is crazy. So I'm gonna be like, hello. Oh, I remember I was just talking about this like a month or two ago on my Instagram, where this guy was like, I took myself out to breakfast or whatever. I had some free time. I'm like, I'm gonna take myself to breakfast. It's self-care day. And I'm walking out, and this guy's like, you ate breakfast without me? Shoot, you could pay for my breakfast too. And I was like, oh, that's supposed to be like a line. That's supposed to be a way to catch me. I said, well, that doesn't work on me. So if you thought that was gonna like make me want to like talk to you, I hope you find new pickup lines. because that just turned me off. Actually, does that really work for you? That's what I couldn't even hold myself back. I'm like, that really works for you on a regular day? Like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking broke ass nigga.
So like, before, okay, I'm definitely gonna end this soon, but
Hey, there's women out there like Sexy Red that like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sexy Red is Sexy Red. And she don't speak for all Aries women. I'll tell you that right now. She's the unevolved.
Oh, she's an Aries?
Wow.
She's
She's
an Aries?
a fucking Aries, and I'm like this every time.
no wonder.
No wonder, nothing. No, she's an unevolved Aries.
She's on that thotty side of the Aries, you know?
I mean, we get thotty. You know,
I dated like 3.
you know, I was not long ago. I was a hoe. You know, like,
Yo,
Hey man, at least you admit it. At least you admitted some of them don't admit
and
it.
I'm
They act
admitting
like they
it.
and Danny, but low key they really hoe.
so hey, some Aries tienen la cuca caliente. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
But in a bad way, not the good way.
Yeah. Pero después se la tiran de santas. Que no matan moscas.
Ajá. Pero la cuca sí.
Yeah. La cuca y el culo.
Oh my God, I'm so
por
loud.
detrás.
My baby gonna wake up. Why they gotta be laughing like this? Oh Lord.
Sucia.
Sucia.
Y'all need to stop for real.
Shit, I could keep going, man.
Yo.
But you know, air them out like that, you know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
Kathy wrote, also when you're nice to people, they think you're weird. Yeah. So
What?
Yeah.
Well, then think I'm weird because God loves me. So I'm gonna do that. Because I'm gonna get all the blessings because God is love and love is the God vibration. So then just think I'm weird. That's fine.
All of us lived in the Bronx. Well, you never lived in the Bronx, Kiki, but you've been there a lot.
I was
So-
lying.
Yeah, so basically, living in New Jersey is almost it's like an extension of New York, anyways. That's how
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
You know how it is being in the Bronx. Like
Mhm.
a lot of times, you could literally, for some reason, some ladies be walking like they angry, like they just walk like they mad, like something is terribly wrong. It's like
New York women.
Yeah,
like,
they got resting. They definitely have RBF, resting bitch face.
like all the time. It's like I'm like that energy is exhausting to me, and I
well,
learned.
I just think it's also just the New York energy. Like New York is rough sometimes.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
it's not like
Yeah.
they're in like Long Island or like Buffalo, New York. Like they're in like the fucking lion's fucking lair.
Yeah.
And you just don't know what's gonna come at you. You don't know it's a fucking bum. You know, you don't know if it's some man. You don't know if it's some fucking bitch that wants to cut you. You don't know if it's some other fucking bitch that wants to throw bleach on you. You don't fucking know.
True.
Their guards is always up high.
Yeah.
Like
So
yo,
it's like,
and yo, bro, tell me, bro. Like I know you dated a lot of women. You know, ladies. My brother's single, by the way. You know, he's single. He got a good pipe game. Call him. His name is Kino G.
yes, good pedigree. Good pedigree. because, you know,
Yeah, that's what the G stands for. Good pedigree.
it's hard. It's hard. It's. Let me tell you something. It's a drought of good people out here. I'll tell you that.
So, bro, when you dated a lot of women, right? Did you ever date?
I didn't really, but yeah,
You know what
I met a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, get to know
Mhm.
girls. Like, I consider that part
Yeah.
of the dating game.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet anybody that was very spiritually draining? Like
Ooh.
for some reason, like from the morning, like it could be a nice Saturday, a nice beautiful Saturday. That the sun is out, the skies is blue, there's the clouds, and for some fucking reason, they just have an attitude, bro. Like,
I feel like he wouldn't put up with that.
Yes.
I feel like he wouldn't put up with it though for too long. I feel like Shakino would be like, "Bitch, bye."
Yes. I was like, you can't sleep here. You gotta
gotta
go.
go. And then
Yeah,
he's gonna say,
put that so many times.
and then he's gonna say, "Jack."
Other moments, for instance, one time, like saying good morning to that person, and then the person just dismisses your good morning, answers all the way into the afternoon.
Oh my God.
Or for like another instance where I made breakfast in bed one time, right?
God.
You know, I'm taking, the whole
Yeah.
shebang, with the whole little table and all that. I guess what she said. She said, just put it over there.
You see,
I
bitch.
still
Yo,
wanna
Lord forgive me what I'm about to say. Bitches be so not appreciative.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say that was my ex-wife that did that shit, man. Breakfast in bed, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, damn. You know? So
He said, "Fuck that."
I
I
can
was
go
like,
from 0 to 100 real quick. I don't care. But yeah, shit like that. You know? That toxicity for no reason.
yo,
But yeah,
Yo, do you know your other signs? Do you know your birth chart? It's like, you know, do you know like your moon sign, your rising sign? Because he said, "Fuck that." I'm gonna say it.
Yo, it's about time.
Yo, that shit was so funny. You have Aquarius in there?
I've been told about that, but like I never pay attention to the other ones. I just stay to like the main one, which is Libra. But if you want to let me know what's up, like let me know.
I need your birth time. I need your birth time where you were born. Yeah, your birth time.
Sammy, I should know this. What time was I born, bro? Do you remember?
Honestly, I don't. I know you were born October 10th. Oh damn! I put it out there. My bad, people.
Wait, what you said?
I think I gotta edit the video.
What you said?
About when he was born?
Yeah.
October 10th?
Yeah, now let me stop.
Yes.
You need your birth time, where you were born, and your name. And then you find out your birth chart.
I got you right now. Because I haven't seen my birth certificate in a while, but I believe it was in the morning.
Okay.
Like from 3 a.m. or 6 a.m.
One of those. Born during the witching hour. Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah, certified.
No wonder.
That's cool. That's cool.
I was born during the smashing time.
8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Check it this.
Yeah, let me know, man.
Yeah, I gotta find your birth chart because I'm like, yo, that shit was funny when he was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna say what it is. I'm like, yo.
Shakira had an extremely Libra moment, and I loved it.
Yo, but you know what?
I could. Sammy, you know I could take it there, bro. You know I could take it there.
Like Libra men to be way more direct than Libra women. Libra women are way more refined.
Yes. A lot of Libra women be capping. Like a lot of Libra women literally like there's some honest ones, but there's some Libra women that literally like try to like pretend.
Well, you know they call them Libras.
Man, that's funny. I never heard
that one before.
Fuck with me. Yeah, they call them Libras. Yeah,
like they like to front. They like for the media, especially. I know a lot of Libra women that they make it look like they got the best boyfriend, the best car.
You ain't lying, honey.
They got everything so beautiful. Next thing you know, they call you crying a few months later. Oh my God, my boyfriend left me.
Well, you know what? One thing about Libra women, they don't want you to be hard on their partners. So they will very much protect their partners from being ridiculed.
Yeah.
And they rather you ridicule them than ridicule their partners. So they're very protective of who they date. Even after they leave them, they're still very protective of them. I don't know why, but they are, where it's like, shit, I'm like, nah, that nigga was motherfucking piece of shit.
I could tell you why. That's that hopeless romantic.
Yo, y'all are definitely. But they say Libra men are toxic.
Like, well,
we could be.
We could. I have my toxic side. I do. I was.
After a while, though, it could turn into a Captain Save-A-Hole, and that's when it starts to get.
That's definitely Kino's toxic trait.
as Libra men, because they say Libra men are cheap.
They switch up on me later, bro. They switch up on me.
Do you guys find yourself? Do you guys find Libra men? Do you guys find yourself to be?
You think I want to be a Captain Save-A-Hole on purpose, bro?
Don't do it.
No, bro. They be switching up on me. Oh no. Hey man, shoot! Don't be switching up on me. You guys stay solid with me all the way through.
As Libra men, because they say Libra men are cheap. Do you consider yourself cheap as Libra men?
It depends on the situation. Okay. Sometimes you could be frugal.
I knew you were gonna. I was waiting for
it. Hey man, listen. I'd rather be like.
You said I'm bougie cheap. I'm not cheap. I'm bougie cheap. I'm frugal.
Like what's his name from the Looney Tunes? What's the Looney Tunes? The MacDuck.
You got me freaking crying.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you talk about Disney.
Yeah, Disney. There we go. His last name is Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, the one with the coins.
Scrooge McDuck.
I don't think I remember.
He's the grandpa of those three little ducks.
Oh wow.
Of Donald's nephews.
Really?
And he's the grandpa. Scrooge McDuck is rich, but he's frugal.
Yeah, honestly, I'm cheap, when it comes to like
It depends.
when it comes to my appearance. How can I explain? What do I mean by that? I'm a laid back dude where like I don't need the fancy stuff like the Gucci,
Right.
the Prada. When it comes to that, I'm cheap.
Okay.
But when it comes to like, let's say, things that make my life better, I'm not. Like literally, when it comes to like my vehicle, my cars, my TV, everything, I put money into that because
Quality.
I'm more into quality living than to quality appearance. Because you could
I
always
agree
look
with that.
you could always look good, but you living shitty. Like
Well,
Mhm.
you know the African, they gonna get mad at me when I say this, but you know a lot of Black Americans be doing it.
yeah, there's a lot of niggas like that. This is the truth. There's a lot of people that like to pretend. They like to show like, oh yeah, I'm fresh. I got the gold chains. I got the Gucci sneakers, the Gucci. All the, but are you really living that life though?
Yeah.
Are you recycling the same chain? Are you recycling the same sneakers? Because you cannot buy it on a regular basis.
The same Gucci belt.
At least I know I could buy this hat. I could buy this hat like 10 times over. Because it only costs like $25.
Leave the Gucci belt at home, guys, because I see it breaking up where the holes are. So just hang it up for a second.
That's so fucking funny, yo. Or the scratches on the emblem.
Yeah, it's tired. It's saying hang me up for a bit.
And I'm not gonna for anybody that thinks, oh, I'm here hating or I'm not talking all this shit, because I know there's gonna be trolls out there that are gonna be feeling offended because
We know you in real life, Samuel. In our real life.
Yes.
Solid.
Yeah.
10 toes down.
Facts. A lot of these people be pretending. But anyways, guys, honestly, I came to the end of this conversation tonight. I really appreciate Kiki, my bro Kino G, and I'm
great, guys.
your guy Sensation. We're gonna have another episode, hopefully
We
probably
got
at the
to.
end of next. Like whenever my co-hosts are available, we're gonna do it again because we got way more things to talk about.
Yeah,
like
this was good.
We gotta talk about Jeffrey Epstein. We gotta talk about we gotta talk
Bill Cosby, R. Kelly,
P. Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy, that's a big one.
Yeah, like right now,
how some women make it okay to do prostitution.
How
if I was in a different time, if I didn't care so much about what my mom thought, I would have definitely been a stripper. Like I should have been a stripper when I think back.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a stripper.
I should have been a stripper. Like I was so worried about my mom, but I should have stripped.
There's nothing wrong with being a stripper.
I don't see
the art of stripping is beautiful. As long as you don't be giving it up on the side.
Facts.
Nah, I can't do that.
You know
I'm scared.
Hey, I met so many strippers that they were just dancing to pay off their semester. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I should do. I should do that shit right there.
That's it. But if you giving head on the side on the low for extra money, now that's the issue, right?
Listen, I'm not like my older sister says. I'm not going to yuck your yum. If you're comfortable with that, and you like sex work, do your thing. Just don't ask me to do it because no.
Hey,
shout out.
Online prostitution is a thing. Let's talk about it next time, though.
Facts. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Shout out to Aaliyah. Shout out to Amy.
Yes. Amen.
Kiki, thank you so much. I love you.
Welcome,
Shaq, I love you, bro. And everybody that was tuned in with us tonight, wait for the next episode or let's talk about it. No cap. There's no capping in this show, especially when we have people like Kiki and my bro Kino G. We're gonna keep it 100 all the time.
Cause I don't give a fuck.